Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins Collections, Coin Collectors and Enthusiasts. In today's exciting video, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with a mint mark. This seemingly ordinary coin, which most people have casually come across in their daily transactions, holds the potential for an incredible value that may surprise you. You might have one of these hidden treasures in your pocket right now, and if you do, it could be worth far more than its face value. So, why is the 1985 Washington quarter dollar so special, and how much could it be worth today? Well, let's start by going over a bit of history to understand the context in which this coin was minted and why it's so important to collectors today. The 1985 Washington quarter is part of the long-standing tradition of U.S. quarters that have featured the image of George Washington, the first President of the United States, on the obverse side of the coin. The design of this quarter has remained largely unchanged since 1932, with only minor adjustments made over the years. In 1985, the Washington quarter was still a part of the regular circulating currency, minted in vast quantities by the U.S. Mint. The coin itself was produced in three primary mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each location used its own mint mark to identify the origin of the coin. For the 1985 Washington quarter, the D mint mark indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Now, this is where things get interesting, as the value of the 1985 Washington quarter can vary greatly depending on a few key factors. While millions of these quarters were produced in 1985, most of them entered circulation and were used in everyday transactions. Over time, these coins became worn down, losing their original mint luster. Most quarters you'll find today are in fairly used condition, which doesn't make them particularly valuable. However, that's not the case for all 1985 quarters. Just like with any other collectible item, the condition of the coin is one of the most important factors that determine its worth. A quarter that has been well preserved, free of scratches, dents, and heavy wear, is worth significantly more than one that has been passed around through countless hands. Coins in mint, or uncirculated, condition are highly prized by collectors, and as a result, they can fetch much higher prices than the typical quarter that's been used for years. This is particularly true for quarters that were never intended to be used in circulation but were instead kept in pristine condition or stored away by collectors from the moment they were minted. Now, while finding a perfectly preserved 1985 Washington quarter might seem like a challenge, there's more to this coin than just its condition. There are also the possibilities of minting errors, which add a layer of excitement and mystery to the world of coin collecting. Minting errors can make an otherwise common coin highly valuable, and they can occur in a variety of ways during the production process. From misaligned designs to double strikes, there are a number of errors that can make a coin truly unique. For example, one of the most coveted types of minting errors in the world of coin collecting is the double die error. This occurs when the dies used to strike the coin are misaligned, creating a doubling effect in the coin's design. If you were to find a 1985 Washington quarter with a double die error, where George Washington's image or the date appears to be struck twice, you would have stumbled upon a rare and valuable coin. These kinds of errors can make a coin worth many times its regular value. Another common error that collectors look for is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned with the dies during the minting process, resulting in part of the coin's design being cut off. An off-center Washington quarter may appear lopsided, with parts of the design missing or out of place. These errors can also dramatically increase the coin's value, as they are highly sought after by collectors who specialize in minting mistakes. In addition to minting errors, some 1985 Washington quarters have unique characteristics that make them more desirable. For instance, there are certain variants that collectors are eager to find, such as special editions or coins produced for specific purposes, like proof sets or commemorative collections. These coins were often produced in limited quantities and are typically kept in pristine condition, making them rare and highly valued. So, you might be wondering, how much is a 1985 Washington quarter worth? The answer depends on the coin's condition, any potential minting errors, and its overall rarity. Most 1985 Washington quarters in average circulation are worth only their face value, 25 cents. However, if you happen to have one in mint condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you could be in for a surprise. A perfectly preserved 1985 Washington quarter, free from any visible wear and tear, could be worth a significant amount more than a typical quarter. Coins in uncirculated or gem quality condition are highly coveted by collectors, and they can command prices well beyond what you might expect. The price for these coins can range anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s, depending on how well the coin has been preserved. But here's the real kicker: if you happen to have a rare 1985 Washington quarter with a significant minting error, such as a doubled die or an off-center strike, it could be worth much more than that. In fact, depending on the error and the condition of the coin, a 1985 Washington quarter could fetch a staggering amount. After all, rare minting errors are some of the most highly sought-after coins in the world. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to have a 1985 Washington quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, the value of your coin could be worth an incredible $95,000. Yes, you heard that right, $95,000. This is the kind of discovery that makes coin collectors' hearts race with excitement. The rarity and uniqueness of a minting error, combined with the exceptional condition of the coin, could make it worth a small fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1985 Washington quarter, make sure to examine it carefully. It might just be the hidden treasure you've been waiting for. If you think you have one of these rare and valuable coins, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded. Grading services will evaluate the condition of the coin and help determine its precise value, whether it's due to its minting errors or its exceptional state of preservation. Grading can also provide a certificate of authenticity, adding to the coin's value and marketability. In conclusion, while the 1985 Washington quarter may seem like just another ordinary coin, it has the potential to be a real gem in the world of coin collecting. Whether it's a coin that has been preserved in uncirculated condition or one that has a rare minting error, the value of this coin could far exceed its face value. And who knows? You might be holding a coin worth a staggering $95,000. Today we're diving into the world of one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, the 1987 Washington quarter dollar. Most of us have come across these quarters in our daily lives without giving them a second thought. However, there's more to this particular coin than meets the eye. If you have one of these quarters, or perhaps even more, you might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. And by hidden treasure, we're talking about a coin that could potentially be worth a lot more than its face value. So, how is it that a common quarter, minted in 1987, can become so valuable? Well, this is where things get interesting. When most people think of valuable coins, they usually imagine older coins, rare minting errors, or limited edition releases. But the 1987 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting has more layers than you might think. This coin may look ordinary on the surface, but its potential worth can surprise even the most seasoned collectors. Stick with us as we take a deep dive into the history, design, rarity, and value of the 1987 Washington quarter dollar. First, let's start by examining the history behind the Washington quarter. This coin has been part of the United States currency system since 1932, when it was introduced to honor George Washington, the first President of the United States, on the 200th anniversary of his birth. Since then, the Washington quarter has become one of the most recognized coins in American history. Over the years, it has seen different variations, designs, and commemorative issues, but the 1987 version falls under the regular circulating quarters that the U.S. Mint produces for everyday use. In 1987, the United States Mint produced the quarter in large quantities as part of the regular series of coins minted at that time. Like most years, the 1987 quarter was struck in 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark on these coins will tell you which mint produced them, with a D mint mark indicating the Denver Mint, S for the San Francisco Mint, and no mint mark for Philadelphia, where coins are made without a mint mark. But here's where things get intriguing. You might think that all these quarters would just be worth 25 cents each, but a closer look at some key factors, such as the condition of the coin and any potential rare minting errors, can change the game entirely. Most of the 1987 Washington quarters that were produced entered circulation and went through the daily grind of being exchanged, spent, and used for regular transactions. These coins have accumulated wear and tear over the years, making most of them not especially valuable today. However, there are still those out there that have remained in pristine condition, and these coins are worth much more than you might expect. The first factor that can increase the value of a 1987 Washington quarter is its condition. As with all coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are classified as uncirculated or in mint state condition are much more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. An uncirculated 1987 Washington quarter may have been stored away from the moment it was minted, and it should show no signs of wear or damage. When a coin is in such pristine condition, collectors will pay a premium for it. The grading of coins plays a huge role in determining their market value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect, and the higher the grade, the higher the coin's value. For a 1987 Washington quarter, if the coin is graded in a state of 65 or higher, you're looking at a coin that could be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. This can make all the difference between a few dollars and a potentially huge payout. If you think you've got one of these beautifully preserved quarters, it's definitely worth getting it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. But condition isn't the only thing that matters when it comes to coin value. Minting errors can also play a huge role in determining the worth of a coin, and the 1987 Washington quarter is no exception. In fact, the world of minting errors is an exciting part of coin collecting, as these coins tend to be very rare and are highly sought after by collectors. A minting error occurs when something goes wrong during the production process. These errors can range from misaligned dies to double strikes, off-center strikes, and even partial or incomplete designs. Imagine coming across a 1987 Washington quarter with a double die error. This happens when the dies used to stamp the design onto the coin are misaligned, resulting in a doubled effect on the coin's features. The most obvious place to look for a double die error is in the date or the text, where you might notice a slight duplication of the lettering or numbers. A double die 1987 Washington quarter would be considered a major find in the coin collecting world, and its value would skyrocket due to its rarity and the high demand for such errors. Another error that could dramatically increase the value of your coin is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned with the dies during the minting process, causing part of the design to be cut off. An off-center 1987 Washington quarter could be a real treasure for collectors, as these kinds of errors are incredibly rare and tend to fetch top dollar on the market. So, how much could a 1987 Washington quarter be worth if it's in great condition or has one of these sought-after minting errors? While most regular circulating 1987 quarters are worth their face value, just 25 cents, if you have a coin that is in excellent condition, or even better, has a minting error, the price could be worth so much more. In fact, depending on the rarity of the coin and the extent of the minting error, a 1987 Washington quarter could be worth an astonishing $90,000. Yes. You read that correctly, $90,000. The value of a rare minting error or a perfectly preserved coin is something that can leave even the most experienced collectors in awe. If you happen to own a 1987 Washington quarter that falls into this category, you might be sitting on an incredible financial opportunity. So, before you discard any old quarters or let them sit in a jar, take a moment to check for any unique features or errors. It could change your life. As always, if you believe you have a rare or valuable coin, it's highly recommended that you get it professionally graded. The grading process can help establish the coin's value and certify its authenticity, which can make all the difference when it comes to selling it to collectors or dealers. In conclusion, while the 1987 Washington quarter may seem like just another ordinary coin at first glance, it's a perfect example of how certain coins can be worth much more than their face value due to factors like condition and minting errors. With the right find, your 1987 Washington quarter could be worth a staggering $90,000. Today, we're diving into a coin that might just be hiding right under your nose, a coin that could be worth much more than you ever thought possible. I'm talking about the 1993 Washington quarter dollar. This particular quarter is a perfect example of how a seemingly common coin can turn into a rare treasure with a little bit of luck, knowledge, and timing. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone looking to learn more about the world of numismatics, stick around because today's video will blow your mind when it comes to the potential value of this quarter. Let's take a step back for a moment and understand why the Washington quarter is such an important part of American history. First minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the Washington quarter has been a staple in U.S. currency for decades. Its iconic design, featuring a portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, became an enduring symbol of American pride. Through the years, the design has seen some changes, but its historical importance and widespread circulation have kept the Washington quarter in the hearts of coin collectors. When we look at the 1993 Washington quarter specifically, we find that it falls in a period where these coins were still being minted in large quantities for general circulation. The 1993 Washington quarter is part of the regular coin series produced at the time, and like other quarters, it was struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The mint marks for these coins can help us identify where they were produced, an important detail for collectors. The P mint mark indicates Philadelphia, D represents Denver, and S is used for San Francisco. Now you may be wondering, how can a coin that was mass-produced become so valuable? Well, the answer lies in the rarity and condition of the coin. While the 1993 Washington quarter was widely circulated, a small number of these coins were either poorly minted or escaped the daily wear and tear of everyday use. These particular coins, which are in near mint or uncirculated condition, are the ones collectors are after. In fact, the condition of a coin plays a major role in its market value. Coins that are in pristine condition, especially those with little to no signs of wear, are much more valuable than coins that have been through years of circulation. Coins that were carefully stored and remained untouched by the hands of time are often considered gem quality. These coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional numismatic services. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If you come across a 1993 Washington quarter that's been carefully preserved and graded at a high level, then you could be looking at something worth significantly more than just 25 cents. But there's another element that can make a coin even more valuable: mint errors. Minting errors are rare imperfections that occur during the coin production process. These errors can range from things like off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, or even misaligned designs. While the 1993 Washington quarter was produced in large quantities, it's not without its fair share of minting errors. In fact, certain errors on the 1993 Washington quarter can make the coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. For example, one of the most sought-after errors in any coin is the double die error. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice by the dies, causing the image to appear doubled or out of alignment. On a 1993 Washington quarter, this could appear in the date, lettering, or even on George Washington's portrait. Double die errors are highly collectible, and finding one on a 1993 Washington quarter could mean a huge windfall for any lucky collector. Another type of error that could be valuable is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned with the dies during the minting process, causing part of the coin's design to be off-center. An off-center 1993 Washington quarter would not only be rare but also incredibly eye-catching to collectors, especially if the error is significant. These types of coins are considered very valuable, and finding one can be a coin collector's dream come true. So, what's the potential value of a 1993 Washington quarter if it's in great condition, or even better, if it has a rare minting error? A common, circulated 1993 Washington quarter will be worth very little, perhaps only its face value of 25 cents. However, if you've got an uncirculated version or a coin with a rare minting error, the value can shoot up dramatically. Now, let's get to the part that you've been waiting for: Just how much can a 1993 Washington quarter be worth? If you've got a coin in perfect condition, or even one with an exciting minting error, the value could climb all the way to $80,000. Yes, you've heard that right, $80,000. That's a staggering amount of money for a coin that was once just part of everyday circulation. It goes to show how much the world of coin collecting has to offer, with even seemingly common coins capable of fetching extraordinary amounts when they're in exceptional condition or come with an error. For those of you who are wondering how to determine if your 1993 Washington quarter might be worth more than its face value, here are some quick tips. Start by looking at the coin's overall condition. Is it well preserved with no signs of wear? Does it shine like it just came out of the mint? If so, it could be a gem quality coin that's worth more than you think. Next, check for any potential minting errors. Look closely at the date and lettering, and see if you notice any doubling or misalignment. If you spot something unusual, it could be worth having the coin professionally graded by a trusted grading service. This process will determine the coin's value and authenticate it as a rare specimen. Once graded, your coin can be listed in the market with a much higher value, depending on its rarity and condition. Whether you plan to sell or hold onto your coin for future investment, the 1993 Washington quarter offers an exciting opportunity for coin collectors. While most of these coins may be worth just a few dollars in their average condition, those that are in mint state or feature minting errors can command an impressive price. In conclusion, the 1993 Washington quarter dollar may look like just another ordinary coin, but as we've shown today, it has the potential to be so much more. A pristine, uncirculated coin or one with a rare minting error can be worth a fortune. So, if you have a 1993 Washington quarter in your collection, or perhaps you're just starting to explore the world of coin collecting, take the time to inspect your coins closely. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem worth $80,000. Today, we're diving into a fascinating coin that might just change how you think about your pocket change, the 1983 Washington quarter dollar. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a quarter, right? How valuable could it be? Well, buckle up, because the truth is far more exciting than you might expect. The Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in the United States, and its legacy has lasted since it was first introduced in 1932. Designed to honor George Washington, the first President of the United States, this coin has undergone various changes over the years, from slight design tweaks to alterations in minting techniques. Today, it is a cornerstone of American currency. But what makes the 1983 Washington quarter unique, and why is it worth more than its 25-cent face value? Before we delve into its value, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1983 Washington quarter is part of the regular series of quarters that were minted during the mid-1980s, and it doesn't have any dramatic changes to its design compared to its predecessors. On the front, or obverse, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington, facing left. Surrounding the image is the inscription, Liberty, at the top and, In God We Trust, to the right of Washington's portrait. The year of minting, 1983, is also located just beneath Washington's neck, along with the mint mark indicating where the coin was struck. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the image of an eagle standing proudly, with its wings spread and perched above a bundle of arrows and an olive branch. This powerful symbol of the United States represents freedom and strength, values that the nation holds dear. The words, United States of America, arc across the top of the coin, while E pluribus unum appears just below the eagle. Finally, the coin states, quarter dollar, to indicate the denomination of the coin. So, what makes the 1983 Washington quarter stand out among the thousands of others in circulation? The answer lies in several factors, including mint errors, coin condition, and rarity. You see, while the 1983 Washington quarter may seem like a typical coin at first glance, there are key elements that can make it significantly more valuable. First, let's talk about the mints that produced this coin. The 1983 Washington quarter was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and each coin will feature a mint mark that indicates where it was produced. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark, while those from Denver feature D beneath the eagle on the reverse. These mint marks are important for collectors, as they can help determine the rarity and desirability of a particular coin. While both mint marks are commonly found, the condition and any unique characteristics of the coin can significantly impact its value. In general, most 1983 Washington quarters were produced in large quantities and circulated heavily, meaning they show signs of wear and tear. As with most coins, the value of a quarter increases significantly when it is in uncirculated condition. An uncirculated coin means it has not been in circulation or handled extensively, and as a result, it remains in pristine condition. These coins, especially those from the 1983 series, are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity and condition. Now, let's talk about one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting: mint errors. Mint errors are mistakes that occur during the production process, and they can make a coin extraordinarily valuable. These errors are extremely rare, but when they do occur, they turn an ordinary coin into a sought-after treasure. For example, an off-center strike, where the design is misaligned on the coin, can result in a coin that is highly prized by collectors. Similarly, double die errors, where the coin is struck twice with slight misalignment, create a distorted design that makes the coin unique and valuable. For the 1983 Washington quarter, there have been reports of some rare mint errors, such as double die strikes and off-center coins, that have been discovered over the years. If you happen to own one of these error coins, you could have a piece of numismatic history on your hands. These errors are considered rare and valuable because they are essentially one-of-a-kind coins, making them a perfect addition to any collector's portfolio. A single coin with an error could be worth thousands of dollars, and sometimes, the most extreme examples fetch even more. One of the most fascinating things about coin collecting is the thrill of discovery. Imagine going through a box of old quarters and finding a perfectly preserved 1983 Washington quarter that shows no signs of wear, or better yet, discovering that your coin has a minting error. If that happens, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Of course, for this to happen, you'll need to ensure that the coin is professionally graded and authenticated to confirm its value. This is important, as the value of a coin is often determined by its grade, which refers to its overall condition and the quality of its design. Now, here's the big question: how much could your 1983 Washington quarter be worth? Well, if you've found a rare mint error or a coin that is in uncirculated condition, it could be worth far more than just 25 cents. While most of these quarters are valued at face value or just a little more, some of the rare 1983 Washington quarters, particularly those with mint errors or in pristine condition, have been known to fetch large sums at auctions or private sales. In fact, some collectors have paid as much as $90,000 for a particularly rare 1983 Washington quarter. Yes, you heard that right. $90,000 for a single coin. That's because certain coins, especially those with errors or those in perfect condition, can become highly valuable due to their rarity and demand in the collector's market. If you have a coin like this, it could change your life. Of course, it's important to remember that not every 1983 Washington quarter is worth that much. The value depends on a variety of factors, including the coin's condition, rarity, and any potential mint errors. The best way to determine how much your 1983 Washington quarter is worth is to get it professionally graded by a trusted numismatist or coin dealer. They can assess its value based on its condition, and if it has any special features, they'll be able to tell you exactly how much it's worth. So, if you've got a stash of quarters from the 1980s or if you happen to find a 1983 Washington quarter while going through your change, don't just dismiss it as another regular coin. Take a closer look, check for any minting errors, and assess the condition. You might be holding on to something far more valuable than you think. In conclusion, the 1983 Washington quarter, while seemingly ordinary, has the potential to be worth a small fortune under the right circumstances. Whether it's in perfect uncirculated condition or has a rare minting error, this quarter can fetch a staggering $90,000 in the right market. So, keep your eyes peeled for these coins, get them properly graded, and who knows, you might just be holding on to a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you learned something new about the 1983 Washington quarter and its potential value. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Happy collecting, and who knows? Your next great find could be waiting for you in your change jar. Today's video is for you. We're about to explore one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1986 Washington quarter dollar. While most of us have seen these coins 1,000 times in our pocket change, the 1986 Washington quarter holds a surprising secret. It could be worth much more than its face value of 25 cents. Now, you may be asking, how can a coin that's so commonly circulated have such a high value? The answer lies in the rarity, condition, and special characteristics of certain 1986 Washington quarters. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're going to dive deep into why this particular quarter might just be hiding an incredible value. And yes, by the end of this video, I'll reveal just how much this coin could be worth. Spoiler alert, it's a lot more than you might expect. Let's start by understanding a bit of the history behind the Washington quarter. This coin, which has been a staple of American currency since 1932, was first issued to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. The design features the first U.S. president on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, both symbols of American strength, pride, and independence. Over the years, the design has been slightly altered, but the Washington quarter has remained a symbol of American tradition and heritage. Fast forward to 1986, and the U.S. Mint was still producing these quarters as part of the regular circulation series. In 1986, however, something special happened. The U.S. Mint decided to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the issuance of the Washington quarter by producing a special coin set with limited edition designs. While the 1986 Washington quarter was still widely circulated, some special variations, such as proof versions, were created for collectors. This is where things start to get interesting. Before we go deeper into the value of these coins, let's talk about what makes the 1986 Washington quarter stand out. The design on the coin was the same as previous years, with George Washington's portrait on the front and an eagle on the back. However, it was part of a collection of coins that marked a special anniversary, and that's when things get a little more interesting. The U.S. Mint also introduced several variations of this coin, and some of them are quite rare and highly sought after by collectors. The standard circulation coin, with its D or P mint mark, was struck at the Denver and Philadelphia mints, respectively. But there were also proof coins that were produced with a higher quality and a special finish. These proof coins were struck with specially polished dies and were intended for collectors, not for general circulation. They are much rarer and can often fetch much higher prices than coins that were minted for everyday use. What makes the 1986 Washington quarter so valuable? The key to its high worth lies in its condition. Most quarters from this time period were circulated heavily, meaning they're often worn down or tarnished. However, if you happen to find a 1986 Washington quarter that's in excellent condition, especially one that has been preserved in uncirculated state, it can be worth a lot more than the average coin collector might expect. But the real treasure comes from a rarer form of this coin, mint errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin production process. This can lead to all sorts of interesting and unique anomalies. For example, an off-center strike, where the coin was struck out of alignment, can make a coin highly valuable. Another type of mint error, called a double die, happens when a coin is struck twice, causing the design to appear doubled or misaligned. These kinds of errors are rare, but when they do occur, they can cause a coin's value to skyrocket. The 1986 Washington quarter has been known to have such errors, and these coins are highly prized by collectors. Whether it's a double die error or a misstruck coin, these imperfections make the coin stand out, and that can dramatically increase its value. But how much could a 1986 Washington quarter be worth if it's in excellent condition, or even better, has a mint error? The market for rare and valuable coins can be quite unpredictable, but high-quality examples of the 1986 Washington quarter have been known to sell for significant amounts. If the coin is a well-preserved, uncirculated gem, it could fetch thousands of dollars. But the real potential value comes with error coins. Depending on the severity of the error, certain coins can reach astounding values. For example, if you have a 1986 Washington quarter with a double die error or some other rare minting flaw, it could be worth a significant amount of money, far beyond its face value. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for: how much is this rare 1986 Washington quarter worth? Well, let me tell you, it could be worth as much as $98,000. Yes, you heard that right, $98,000 for a single Washington quarter. That's the kind of value that coin collectors dream about, and it's not as far-fetched as it might sound. With the right conditions, the right errors, and the right timing, your 1986 Washington quarter could fetch a life-changing sum. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare coins, or if you happen to already own one, it's important to get it properly assessed by a professional coin grader. Coin grading is the process of determining the condition of a coin, and it's crucial in determining its value. A coin that is graded in excellent condition can see its value increase dramatically. Similarly, coins with mint errors, once authenticated, can command a much higher price at auctions or in private sales. Now, let's quickly go over a few ways you can determine if your 1986 Washington quarter might be worth more than its face value. First, check the mint mark. The mint mark is located on the obverse side of the coin, just below Washington's neck. It will either be a D for the Denver Mint, a P for the Philadelphia Mint, or there may be no mint mark at all for coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. If your coin is a proof coin or has a rare mint error, it could be worth significantly more. Next, look closely at the coin for any signs of wear. Coins that have been in circulation for decades will typically have some scratches, dents, or other signs of wear and tear. However, if your coin looks almost brand new, it might be in uncirculated condition, which increases its value. Lastly, keep an eye out for any unique errors like double die strikes or off-center strikes. These errors are rare but can make a huge difference in a coin's value. Whether you're an avid coin collector or just someone interested in the hidden value of your pocket change, it's always worth checking your coins closely. You never know when you might come across a 1986 Washington quarter that's worth a small fortune. To wrap things up, remember that the 1986 Washington quarter, while part of a common coin series, can be incredibly valuable under the right circumstances. With high-quality, uncirculated versions and coins with rare minting errors fetching upwards of $98,000, this quarter is far more than just pocket change. If you have one, or come across one, be sure to get it checked out, because you could be holding a rare treasure worth a lot of money.